Hi, so I'm Natacha Lippens. After having worked as a marine biologist, I did an MBA, and today I sit on a variety of boards ranging from real estate development to food production, and today I chair the board of Chapter 0 Brussels.
Sandra Gobert, Executive Director at Guberna and member of the Advisory Board of Chapter 0.
I think it's important that board members act on climate change because climate change represents risks and opportunities for the companies they represent, and it is part of the normal duty of care all board directors must adhere to. Also, in a changing world, the board needs to adapt, and studies have shown that effective governance is key to ensuring that strategies turn into real action. I find it particularly interesting that of the 41% of board members reported taking action on climate change, of these, very few are actually taking real action on climate change. And by real action, I mean really integrating climate change into their strategy and integrating the risks and opportunities of climate change into their decision making.
We think this was important because we know that directors have a main task, courageous decision making in the interest of the company. And courageous decision-making is a perpetual exercise of aligning different interests and objectives. And so to better support our members in this exercise, we find it very important to understand the exact barriers that may hamper directors in taking up this very important strategic challenge for the future of their companies.
We also observed a whole range of barriers depending on where you are on your journey. For example, those at the very start of their journey, they felt that the barriers were resistance to change and lack of support for those directors. And those more advanced on the issue felt that the barriers were lack of time and resources and the lack of sector-wide standards to guide implementation. This shows that many barriers exist today, and even for the few who are more advanced, we still have significant work to do to ensure action. Another interesting finding was a shift in perception about cost. For those boards which have already implemented plans, they feel that climate action will save money for the company and that climate action is actually value creating. Whereas for those board members that are concerned about climate change but have not yet acted, they see climate action more as a cost.
We discovered that there are mainly 5 reasons not to tackle climate change in boardrooms today. And the first reason is in the necessity for board members to align priorities. The second reason is a lack of understanding and expertise on the topic. Third reason is a focus, unfortunately, still on short-term profitability. Another reason is a perceived lack of pressure from stakeholders to act on climate change. And the fifth reason are the limited resources to invest in emission reduction actions.
The survey uncovered 3 main drivers that are essential for effective oversight of climate change within the board. These are 1, support from the most senior leaders, in particular the chair and the CEO. 2, education and upskilling of board members. And 3, integrating climate change into strategy and all decision making.
When we look at the results of the survey, it is of course very important to focus on the directors who are not engaging in the strategic debate yet, but I think it is as important to also focus on the front runners. There are a lot of boards and managements that are already engaging in courageous decision making, and they are today doing so, and they are hampered by a highly uncertain legal environment. So I think the results of this survey also urge for more political vision and legal certainty in the matter. So I would make a warm call to whoever is listening from a policy point of view to take things in hand and to make it more easy for companies to engage and to advance on the right path.